The history of the Minnesota Vikings, from its founding in 1961 to the present, is characterized by outstanding sporting feats and a series of important transitions that have defined the franchise. Triumphal origins and the creation of an identity. The Vikings made their NFL debut with a shocking win against the Chicago Bears in 1961, where rookie Frank Tarkenton stunned by throwing 4 touchdown passes. This auspicious beginning marked the birth of a franchise destined to make its mark on the league. The 1960s saw the consolidation of the Vikings, culminating in the formation of the feared Purple People Eaters defense, which led the team to its first division title, playoff appearances and, eventually, its first NFL championship. In 1969, securing a berth in Super Bowl IV. The Golden Age under Bud Grant. The hiring of iconic coach Bud Grant in 1967 marked the beginning of the Vikings' golden era, which was highlighted by 4 Super Bowl appearances during the 1970s. Despite failing to achieve a Super Bowl victory, this era it was defined by a dominant defense and an efficient attack. Legendary figures like defensive back Alan Page and quarterback Frank Tarkenton emerged as leaders, leaving a lasting legacy in the history of the team and the NFL. Since the golden era under the direction of Bud Grant and the outstanding performances of Frank Tarkenton, the Minnesota Vikings have faced a landscape of constant changes and challenges in their quest to remain a competitive force in the NFL. Despite the obstacles, the franchise has demonstrated a remarkable ability to adapt and compete at a high level. Persistence in competitiveness. Throughout the 1990s and 2000s, the Vikings achieved several division titles and playoff appearances, maintaining their relevance in the league. In 1998, the team had one of its most memorable seasons, finishing the regular season with a 15-1 record, fueled by an explosive offense led by quarterback Randall Cunningham and rookie receiver Randy Moss. However, despite their accomplishments in the regular season, the Vikings faced disappointments in the playoffs, including a painful loss in the NFC Championship game against the Atlanta Falcons. Challenges of the new millennium. In the years that followed, the Vikings experienced ups and downs, with changes to the roster and coaching staff in their effort to build a contending team. Despite facing difficult seasons and the continued search for stability at the quarterback position, the Vikings have achieved notable moments, including appearing in the NFC Championship game in 2009 with Brett Favre at the helm and again in 2017, under direction of coach Mike Zimmer. Building towards a future. In recent years, the Vikings have continued to work on building a competitive team, focusing on developing young talent and implementing strategies that allow them to compete at the highest level. The franchise remains committed to its goal of achieving postseason success and eventually winning its first Super Bowl, building on a rich tradition of excellence and a passionate fan base. The Vikings' journey reflects both the resilience and challenges inherent in professional sports. As they look to the future, the Minnesota Vikings look to build on their storied legacy, forging new paths to success in the NFL.